What's good? It's your boy, JayThat'sMe. Let's dive into AEW All In for September the 3rd, 2023. A pretty decent show for the most part. Now, I know people are going to overhype the show, but for me, the show itself was basically a 3 or 4 match card that I only cared about. Danielson and Ricky Starks strap match, that was fucking awesome. Miro and Will Hobbs, that was great. Darby and Luchasaurus, to an extent, was decent. And trying to think of one more thing. I think for me that was it. But it was not, it was not the greatest show ever. It just wasn't. But I will say this, because this has been an issue ever since AEW started, and that is having these long, drawn-out matches. Every match cannot be 20 to 25 minutes. That has to stop. There is no reason for this pay-per-view to go on for 4 hours. And I'm not even going to hold you guys up. I wasn't able to watch it. I had to wait for highlights to come out in order to watch it that way. So I could not watch it live. I wasn't able to watch it live. My internet was acting janky for whatever reason. I don't know why. I don't. But it messed up, and thankfully I was able to watch highlights. So that's how I caught the pay-per-view. I'll probably go back later on in the week and make some time and sit down and watch All Out just for those 3 matches. Just for those 3 matches. So let's go ahead and get into the show. I did not watch the 0 hour, so I don't care about it. I know Hangman Adam Page won some 20-man battle royal. So we kicked the show off with the first match of the night. Better Than You, Baby, Adam Cole and MJF versus the Dark Order, which was, I believe, Alex Reynolds and John Silver. John Silver. So, MJF, he fakes an injury in this. He says that his neck is bothering him. So, the ref takes him out for a while. He sends him to the back. So this essentially becomes a handicap match. Adam Cole's able to fight off the Dark Order for a small bit. Towards the end of the match, MJF comes out to a big pop. And then him and Adam Cole are able to defeat the Dark Order via the kangaroo kick into the double clothesline for the 1, 2, 3. This was great. This was good storytelling right here. This is well in MJF's character, because the Dark Order fucking sucks. They should have been disbanded a while ago, months ago. Seriously. Like, why are we still seeing Evil Uno? Come on. Like, seriously. I don't get it. So post-match, Adam Cole and MJF, they celebrate. Out comes Samoa Joe while Adam Cole's walking up the ramp. Samoa Joe lightly shoves Adam Cole, and this irates MJF. So MJF, he's pissed, and he has a little brawl session with Samoa Joe. But security run down and break it up. Joe is also able to lock in a guillotine choke. So that was cool there. That was fucking awesome. So this leads us into the next match, which was Samoa Joe versus Shane Taylor for the ROH World Television Championship. Pretty decent match here, but it didn't last long, so Samoa Joe retains via the Coquina Clutch. I kind of wish that Shane Taylor won, and the reason why I'm going to say this is because it's time for Samoa Joe to drop that title. Samoa Joe needs to either be on Dynamite or Collision. Seriously. I'm tired of Samoa Joe having that title. I just am. The guy's too damn good to be carrying around a dead brand title. He's above that. And that's the only issue that I had with this, if we're being honest. I mean, Shane Taylor is okay. You know, he's nothing special, but he's okay. Next, Luchasaurus versus Darby Allin for the AEW TNT Championship. This was a pretty solid match for the most part. Darby did Darby things, jumping off of everything that moves. Christian was able to distract the referee, which allowed for Luchasaurus to shove Darby Allin into the steel steps, and Darby immediately started wearing the crimson mask. It was a pretty deep cut. Like, you could almost not even recognize Darby. I was like, oh shit. So then Luchasaurus started kicking the shit out of Darby. Nick Wayne was about to throw in the towel because Christian was taunting him, telling him to throw in the towel. Nick Wayne did not do it. Christian beat down Nick Wayne. He also distracted the ref, which allowed for Luchasaurus to whack Darby in the head with a steel chair. And then Luchasaurus was able to retain. He did a tombstone, and then he did a clothesline to the back of the head of Darby for the 1, 2, 3. I wish that people would stop doing the tombstone. Stop it. When the tombstone is hit, that should automatically be the finish. You don't need to do anything else. The tombstone should be like the pedigree and moves like that. Moves like that should be protected. When you hit those moves, that should be the end. Nothing more, nothing less. But this was a pretty decent match for the most part. I'm fine with this. Oh, also, I forgot to mention that post-match, Christian Cage was about to beat down Darby some more, but the king of all jobbers himself, Sean Spears, came out and made the save. And I'm just like, can we please fucking release some of these guys that Tony Khan doesn't have any plans for? Why is he still around on the damn roster? Seriously. Just put him as a backstage producer. Do something with him. Why is he in this position? This makes zero sense. I don't get it. I don't understand it. It makes zero sense. Moving on. Next, Will Hobbs versus Miro. And this thing, I'm going to tell you guys, was fucking lit. Watching those highlights were badass. those highlights that I saw were badass. The people were super into it. The crowd was mega into it. This was just two horses just going to fucking war. So Miro was able to kick out the spine buster. Hobbs was able to kick out a Miro super kick. Hobbs was able to dodge one of the game over, but he was not able to dodge the second one. So Hobbs taps out. Solid match here. Post-match, Miro and Will Hobbs, they shake hands after the bell. Then Hobbs attacks Miro as he walks away. Then TJ Perry, a.k.a. Lana, comes down. She hits Hobbs with a steel chair. So I'm glad she's here, I guess. I'm glad. It took her forever to come, but it's great. So Will Hobbs stares her down, and then Miro hits him with a steel chair. So this is not over by a long shot, and I'm fucking ready for match 2. Let's go. I'm ready for this feud. This should be a great feud here. Excellent. Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. It's good to see Miro back of his hot wife. So that's great there. Great. I am ready for Will Hobbs and Miro too. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Moving on to a match I didn't really care about at all, which it should have been on earlier on for the match card or for the match order. That was Chris Statlander versus Ruby Soho with Saraya for the TBS Championship. Didn't really too much care about it. So Toni Storm comes down. She gets involved. She crawls from under the ring and takes the spray paint from Ruby Soho. And then this allows for Chris Statlander to get the win. So this is great. So Toni Storm is beginning to unravel. I guess they're going to have the Outcasts be just a duo and not a trio. So I'm fine with that. This makes sense. And maybe they're building towards Saraya and Toni Storm. Maybe we'll get that probably at Grand Slam. I see Saraya being a transitional champion. I don't see her being a long one. And the reason why I say that is because she's damaged goods. With her neck and back and everything else, no, she's just damaged goods. She really is. Like, she's only wrestled, I think, twice? Maybe 3 times at best. Moving on. For me, match of the night, that was Bryan Danielson versus Ricky Starks. This was fucking lit as well. Danielson comes out to the final countdown. This was just a war. This was an absolute war. Ricky Starks, he's a damn star. Ricky Starks is a damn star. So there's a bunch of whipping in the match. A little bit of steel chairs. Both men bled profusely. So, post-match, Ricky Starks goes for a spear. I mean, not post-match, but towards the end of the match, Ricky Starks goes for a spear. Danielson kicks out of that. Danielson hits the running knee. Starks kicks out of that. And then Danielson locks in the label block. And then he chokes out Ricky Starks with the strap. And he passes out. So this was fucking tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. Great shit there. Ricky Starks is a damn star. He's a made man. He's an absolute made man. Bryan Danielson is absolutely fucking tremendous. Tremendous. Go back and watch this. I only watched the highlights, but this thing was absolutely tremendous. I loved it. Absolutely tremendous. Great shit from both guys. Moving on. And we all knew that Ricky was not going to be wrestling. Ricky Steamboat is in his mid to late 60s, if not early 70s. Yeah, he's not wrestling. Come on now. We all knew it was going to be Bryan Danielson showing up. So that was great. Moving on. Nigel McGuinness notes that Hangman Page decided to donate the money from his over-the-budget charity Battle Royal to the Chicago Public School System Fund, powering progress in Chicago's public schools. Okay, that's cool. Next, moving on. Another match that I did not care about. Didn't need to really be on the card, for being honest. We should have just got Eddie Kingston versus Claudio, for being honest. That was Eddie Kingston and Tatsuyori Shibata versus Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta. Wheeler Yuta gets the win. No, Claudio gets the win via a uppercut. So, there's that. Not really much to be said. Moving on. Kenny Omega versus Konosuke Takeshita with Don Callis. This thing was an absolute banger. Love this. So it's V-triggers everywhere. Don Callis getting involved. A bunch of power moves here and there, like snap suplexes. Knee strikes here and there. So, there was a nasty German suplex spot in here by Konosuke Takeshita. And then Don Callis gets involved. And this allows for Takeshita to win via the knee strike for the 1, 2, 3. So this is great. They'll probably run the match back at maybe Grand Slam, more than likely. I don't know. But this has to be turned into a feud between Omega and Takeshita. So this continues their feud, and this was a great match as well. Another match that I didn't really care about. That was Bullet Club Gold, which is Jay White, Juice Robinson, and the Guns versus FTR, Dax Harwood, and Cash Wheeler versus the Young Bucks, Matt and Ed Jackson. Didn't care about it. Who gives a shit? In the end, the Bullet Club Gold, they get the win. Jay White wins via the Blade Runner. So that was good right there. So post-match, FTR and the Young Bucks, they argue after the bell. Again, not too important, if we're being honest. It's just not important. You know? I mean, all 8-man tags are the same. All 6-man tags are the same. They're all clusterfucks. It's just spots. That's just all it is. It's just spots. And really and truthfully, those matches just serve to get everyone on the card, which I hate. But Tony insists that he has to have FTR and the Bucks on the show. Not necessarily. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, you could have had the Bucks on the show. But we didn't need an 8-man tag. Moving on. Main event, Orange Cassidy versus Jon Moxley. So, this is a Moxley match, It's going to be blood involved everywhere. Jon Moxley gets the win via the Death Rider for the 1, 2, 3. Jon Moxley is now the new AEW International Champion. So that's cool there. And then post-match, Danielson comes out along with the rest of the Blackpool Combat Club to celebrate with Jon Moxley. And The Blackpool Combat Club helps Moxley walk to the back. And then Orange Cassidy gets an ovation from the crowd. The fans can't thank you, Orange. So I guess Orange Cassidy's going to take time off. Maybe. He might even go and be a backstage producer, which he already is. So he might just do that. But John Moxley winning was a smart decision. But this didn't need the main event, if we're being honest. I would have loved for the main event to be Ricky Starks versus Bryan Danielson. That would have been fucking tremendous. But, like I said, to me, this was a 3-match show. That would be Hobbs and Miro, Danielson and Starks, and Luchasaurus and Darby Allin. Everything else I could have done without. But all in all, the show itself was okay. Again, I wish that these shows weren't so damn long. We don't need to always have 4-hour pay-per-views. It's way too much. But what did you guys think? Please hit the like button, comment down below, and subscribe for more videos. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.